Go ahead.
I'm excited for this next topic.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. And look, fans, guys, you in the comments, this is something that I know is very big for you guys, and we need to talk about it. One of the first things that happened once the new owners came in, the question that everybody wanted answered: are we going back to the name Redskins? It's been in the news. Return of the Redskins. Will, we want it, but realistically, can it come back anytime soon? Like, what's going to happen?
Yeah, no, it's been real interesting the how it's all of a sudden come back, and what's most interesting is when people have said the name, they're not getting any criticism. No one seems to care if the new owners or if Magic Johnson says the word Redskins. It's not, hey, we don't want to say that word. It's like, so it's kind of interesting where if like the whole excuse was it's offensive and, to the whole culture, well, no one's really calling anybody out on it for using. So it's really interesting. I don't think it's by coincidence that Magic Johnson in a taped interview with Craig Melvin dropped the name Redskins or talked about a name change. I don't change that. That's a coincidence. I don't think it's a coincidence that both Josh Harris and Mitchell Rales have said it when talking about it. They may be mostly discussing it in a historical context, but I don't think that's a coincidence. It's almost like they're putting out this like soft use of it just to see what the reactions would be, and it's definitely up to it's in saying like it's up to the fans. It's what the fans want, but, and it's a big but, and I'm agreeing with you, Russell. It's not about what us fans want, and this new ownership group and the NFL, I would really doubt they want to bring on that negative publicity that would come from it.
Yep.
From change the name to back to Redskins. The corporate dollars that went away. Now, some of them were fake. FedEx, that was a power move by the CEO, former minority owner. So that was a power move by him. But losing Bud Light as the sponsor, all the other teams have Anheuser-Busch as your beer sponsor, and we don't, because of who Dan Snyder was. I don't know if you change the name of Redskins, they're going to be like, yep, okay, we're back on board. Right. So that's why I say you bring back the Indian head logo as the name Commanders in this next couple of years and just start pitching that as an alternate logo, because that would be a way that we see some of the stuff and it fits under the Commanders umbrella. But as much as I would love it to see this, I just don't think you can really bring back the name Redskins as the name of the team.
No, I mean, and it is not just what happened with Dan Snyder, but there's been a lot going on in society that has kind of lent for that the name to be changed. And we aren't the only ones. If it was just the Redskins, then okay, maybe we could be like, we'll see. Maybe we can bring it back. But it's not. The Guardians got switched. Other teams got their name switched kind of as a along with it or kind of coupled in with that stuff. And on top of that, before we really went into changing it, certain people had something to say about it, but it wasn't widely agreed with where people were open about it. Once we did it, then everybody was like, yeah, that is offensive. That is offensive. For us to then flip back, it's a contradiction. It's how are we any different from, who it was before? Do we not care? That's why I agree with what your point is. I don't think it's going to happen personally. Yeah. But I do think, like the point you made yesterday on the college show, that the symbol can be different. We know the symbol, the feathers, coming down and the Native American. And I believe that's what we need to do and bring them in, include them into the team and kind of, work with that community in that regard. But as far as the name, I just don't think it's feasible. Like, I just don't think it genuinely could happen with just the state of everything and how things are going right now. I would love it. It means we don't have to sell all our stuff. We can bring back some of this stuff out there. But at the same time, I feel like we've kind of moved on from it. And I respect it. I love it. As long as we can just take the hatred from that name. Because one of the things that I loved about the name Redskins is, yes, it might be derogatory. It might be a name that, we necessarily aren't proud of. And even when you look at some of the things in there, George Preston Marshall, our first owner, he was the last owner to allow black players on the team. Like, these are things that could lend to that, but at the same time, first black quarterback to start and win a Super Bowl, Doug Williams, broke many molds. A lot of things that we've done in the front office has been the first. One of the first female coaches we had. Like, there's been a lot of progress. There's been a lot of things that Washington has been able to do that really make a difference. So we need to bring back the aura of the name, but that name is just it's not coming back, in my opinion.
So let me ask you this, and this is good, folks that are commenting, please share your opinion on this too. If they were to bring or select a name, say the Potomacs or say the Warriors, who we think is so generic, but they say they can bring back the Indian head as a result of that, would that change your perspective on a name change?
Yeah, I would. Look,
would you rather that?
Give us the Indian head, give us the whole garb, give us, I don't know if they can do this, but the chief, bring that stuff back, but just bring that connection back. Because I think that it's key that you don't lose that, because you're going to have people nowadays, especially the youth, not relate to that. But if we want them to know they're part of a team with success, you got to bring that stuff back in. Take the name out. I'm for that. But yes, I do think we need to bring some of that symbolism back. What do you think?
Oh, I think it's interesting. I mean, I would love it. I would love to be able to wear, the stuff that we used to wear and know that I still see it every day. I love that helmet that we had. I think it's interesting that there is a group, and I listened to the Al Galdi podcast a couple of weeks ago called like the Native American Guardians Association. And they're basically saying like, they're against this, eliminating all Native American imagery and names through sports. And it's like, you are erasing us in this country, as opposed to, I'm not saying that the name Washington Redskins celebrates it. I thought that was a very silly excuse that they used, that Snyder and Allen used. But it's like, you have a symbol like the Russell just said is, everyone loved that Indian head. So yes. It may be a situation where you could call them the Warriors, you can call them the freaking Commanders right now. But if if all of a sudden you've got a polo with that Indian head logo on it, people might be like, I'm fine with it.
Right. Because at the end of the day, they don't have to call them. They don't have to call it by name. They can just say Washington, like what we've been saying when we didn't want to say football team or Commanders. We say Washington, and they can do that, or they can say Redskins, whatever. But that symbolism, man, that's the thing that brings it. You looked at the intro. The intro video had RFK, had Redskins stars in it, had a lot of the symbolism for the Redskins stuff, but also you have the new stuff. So we got to bridge that gap, man.
Yeah. Scott.
What do you say? I'm watching Big Brother. Hi. What up, Scott?
Scott, what year is Big Brother on? That's what I want to know. Is it like year 40? Is that
right?
Season 40?
Ray, what's going on? I think the fan base will be ecstatic with the Indian being brought back. Yep.
Yeah, I think so too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. He actually answered season 23. And still watching it.
Yeah.
Still watching it. 20. Oh, somebody said 25. Oh, snap.
Yeah.
So, hey, let us know what you guys think. We definitely would love some kind of symbolism to bring that back. I understand they can't have the Redskins name back, but definitely. Now, if they don't go back to the Redskins, do they still try to change the name? Or is Commanders it for us?
I think by the time we have a new stadium, we will have a new team name.
Ooh,
I do. I think when you heard Josh Harris say, it's not up to me, it's what the fans want. And Adam Schefter goes, fans hate the name. Like to it. I don't think these guys are naive. I think they know. They know what, they know the fans are they're not on board. And so that's why I know I'm repeating myself a bunch of times with this, but it's like, if you want fans to somewhat get on board with Commanders for now, bring back that Indian head logo and put it a part of your umbrella of Commanders. Then more fans would be accepting of it. But other than that, we're going to go through the Warriors, Red Wolves, Wolves, Red Tails debate that we had before, and that is exhausting.
Yeah, it is. And that's the other thing. Like, at this point, how much do I really care about pushing it now? Like, I just want to win. Can we just win? Let's focus on that, and then they can call us whatever they want to call us, man. So,
exactly.
But
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's go. The Washington Commanders. There it is.